Hey everybody, welcome back to Healthy Habits with Dr. Kristen Lloyd of Bariatric Mindset, author of Bariatric Mindset Success. Today's topic for healthy habits and your mindset shift is actually going to be about readiness for change. How many of you are ready for change? Now, I know a lot of people who are absolutely dying to get surgery. They are ready to get surgery. They are passionate, like, I need this surgery. And many people are not too happy about the 6 months pre-op nutrition program or the waiting period for them to get surgery. And this pre-op period is all about readiness for change. Most of the insurance companies set up this process to see how dedicated and committed people are to creating lifestyle change. And then after surgery, when you're going through the honeymoon period, right, there is a need for change because you cannot eat in those early weeks and early months the way that you do as a further out post-op, right? So there's the liquid, there's the soft foods and all of that. And so when you are farther out, this is where some people say, I get scared because I don't want to return to old habits. And I'm afraid and I want to trust myself and all of these things. So here's what I want to share with you today. What is needed with regards to your readiness to change is to cultivate this understanding and this question and this foundation around willingness. What are you willing to do and what are you not willing to do for your weight loss journey? And when people are struggling with willingness and readiness, I see this in people who are 5 years post-op, 10 years post-op, right? So there's not a limit on this. This isn't specifically for newbies and it isn't specific for what we might call veterans. It's across the board. And it really depends on you and the work that you are going to put in to your journey. And it relates to your willingness, right? What is your commitment level to this process, to lifestyle change, to prioritizing you? What I see a lot in this community is people who fall back into old habits because they're prioritizing everything else other than themselves. And this impacts time management, it impacts planning ahead. They're mostly reactive rather than proactive. And so when I'm talking to people who are really struggling, the things that I will hear is, I've gone back to fast food, or I've gone back to eating crap or grazing or these types of behaviors. And it may not be related to the food itself. It's related to their thought processes. It's related to how much time they dedicate to themselves, how much they prioritize their health journey, how much they think ahead, plan ahead, and create time for these things in their week. Now, you might think, oh my gosh, how much time is there? Or as a new pre-op, you might have thought or think, oh my gosh, this is going to take so much time. And it doesn't take as much time as you think. However, when you're starting off, there is an increase because it's totally new. And you've got to learn how to make it reasonable for yourself. You've got to learn how to break it down into doable chunks. However, when you're proactive with planning and prepping your food, it's going to save you time. It's also going to save you money. So when you're prepping and planning your workouts, knowing exactly when in your calendar, scheduling it just like it's a doctor's appointment into your schedule, you're going to know when it's going to be and you can plan for it. Now, does life throw us curveballs? Absolutely, all the time. And so this is where you learn to plan around these things. You get better at it as you move forward. And this is where there's flexibility and flow, right? Because that's just how life is, right? You may know that you have a soccer game for your son or grandson on a Tuesday, and then, oops, it's raining. We're not having soccer. It got postponed to Saturday, or rather than going straight home, I have to go to the pharmacy and pick something up. Like, life is always changing. And so being open to flexibility is important. However, planning ahead and knowing what your meals are going to be, thinking ahead about these things for your health is a priority. And as part of lifestyle change, thinking about yourself and thinking about your health and planning these things ahead and being proactive rather than reactive are going to help you in the long term. And I know that there's going to be some of you out there that are going to say, but how do I plan for the week? And how do I switch things up? And how do I make it easier? And oh my gosh, it's going to be so hard and overwhelming. And here's what I have to say. If you believe it will be hard and overwhelming, it will be hard and overwhelming. If you trust and work through and ask yourself over and over, how can I break this down? How can I make it easier? You will find a way. There is a phrase, you will find a way or you will find an excuse. And I've seen so many people on limited funds, on a limited budget, create a food plan, a meal plan that actually is sustainable and they are able to make it work. So it is possible. It is possible. The front end, there might be a little bit more labor and time put into it because you need to find out and figure out your system. You need to create systems and structures for you. And so on the front end, that's something that a lot of people will deal with. However, when you get into a rhythm, just like anything else, it's going to get easier. Think about the first time that you've driven to the job that you have, right? You needed a GPS. You needed something to help you to find your way. And it probably took you a little bit longer because where am I going? Where am I going? There were questions, there was getting used to it. And then when you started to do it every single day, it got easier. Same thing with riding a bike. The first couple times you were nervous, right? Riding a bike, riding a car, any of those things. So this is part of that process. And you need to give your brain time to adjust. This isn't something that you'll just get in 2.2 seconds. And so by allowing yourself some time to learn how to meal prep, figure out when you're going to move your body, scheduling your water, all of these things may seem cumbersome in the beginning, but they do get easier. And so putting a plan in place is going to help you in the long term. So what are you willing to do for your weight loss journey? And don't try to take on all of this all at once. Do it in baby steps and ask yourself each and every week, what am I willing to do for myself? What am I willing to do? I had this surgery for my health, for my life, for my family. And where is your willingness to continue the journey and continue your journey to health? So continue to ask yourself this question and create baby steps towards creating this significant behavior change by meal planning, prepping, taking action because you are worth it. And then continue to ask when you have doubts, what am I willing to do? And that willingness will make a big difference. So I hope this helps. I will see you on our next video, Healthy Habits. Talk to you soon. Bye.